We live in a really aesthetic world these days, what with Instagram and YouTube really upping the quality of the video and photos that we're used to, even from amateur creators like yourself. And you might also be wondering how you could improve what you're sending to your clients. One of the questions that we get here at the contract shop is, can I make something pretty for my clients? Like, can we take this kind of boring, scary legal document, the client contract, and turn it into something that's really beautiful and fun for the client to consume and read through and sign? The answer is an overwhelming yes. You don't have to be stuck in the past, and I think Elle Woods in Legally Blonde really revolutionized this when she handed that paper to the professor and it was scented. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then make sure you go watch Legally Blonde. It's like vintage at this point, but it's such a good movie. And it will bring out that inner lawyer that you need in order to fill out your contracts and get them sent off to your clients if you've been procrastinating on that. But Elle Woods would definitely recommend that you make sure that your contracts look beautiful for your clients. So you don't just have to have the plain drab black and white Arial size 10, 12 font that we're used to. If that's not what you want to have, you can incorporate images or graphics, and you can send it through beautiful platforms that present it as an entire experience, such as Honeybook, which we have a special link below that will get you a certain percentage off of Honeybook. Plus, I give you back the commission that Honeybooks gives me here at the contract shop. I actually give that back to you. So I pay it forward and you'll get that amount of money back to your account when you just email us hello@thecontractshop.com and you let us know that you signed up for Honeybook, and we see that come through on our side as well. You'll get a credit to the contract shop to use indefinitely. So you can use it during one of our major sales. It's a really cool experience for everybody. With that being said, let's talk about some ways that you can make your contracts beautiful so that your clients are really seeing the true you through every step of working with you. The first thing that you want to pay attention to is that your contract doesn't have any legalese. And this is a really old school way of approaching anything legal or contractual in a business relationship. Back in the day, it used to be seen as very professional and the right thing to do to have hereby and forthwith and all these like boring legal terms in your contract. And while there was some reason for them to stand, nowadays judges don't look as favorably on them when a contract comes into dispute. And the reason is because we don't want to presume that someone has a certain level of education or some kind of background that they would be able to interpret this. So legalese is really going out the window. And I'll share a quick little story with you to illustrate why this may have been such a thing in the past, but it isn't anymore. So when I was in my second year of law school, I had a professor and he would always say something that really rubbed me the wrong way, which was, make sure that you make things as complicated to understand as possible for your clients so that they're always reliant on you. Yeah, so I've done exactly the opposite over the last 7 years here at the contract shop, like literally made it my life's mission to make sure that you actually understand the document in front of you, because if you don't, there's also an argument that many judges are jumping on board these days, which is, if someone can't understand a contract, whether it's you sending it to a client or a client reading it, how valid can that document actually be? So in most instances, getting rid of the legalese only actually helps to create further validation that this is a solid and binding legal agreement between the parties. Now, that's some fancy terminology to say that it's a good agreement. It's a good contract to use. So we take out all the legalese in our documents so that you can understand them and your clients can understand them. But maybe you got your contract from somewhere else, or you're just finding this video and trying to figure out how to make your contracts more appealing to your clients. And so that's the first step that I like to take when I'm working with a client, or if I'm creating a new contract template. I take that legalese out and I find different ways to say those things. For example, you can replace the phrase hereby with in this agreement. And just like that, we've taken the legalese and turned it into normal ways that people talk. Another way that you can really jazz up your contract to make it more appealing for your clients to read through and consume is to modify it into your brand colors. Now, I have a really good example of this, and I'll link the blog post below where I talk about it. But this is exactly what you could do if you want to have that more branded effect and carry that through the client experience. I like to use Honeybook for this because they allow me to upload my logo and my brand colors, and then it's automatically applied when I send those client contracts out. Plus, my clients can sign electronically, which is not only more secure because a signature can't be forged, we can actually track their e-signature back to the exact computer and Wi-Fi network they were on when they signed, if that ever came up. It's also a better play for your clients because it shows them on a very subtle subliminal level that you really care about them and their time, and you're not going to waste it by asking them to fax or scan or take a photo of something and send it back to you like most other people would with their contracts. We just want our clients to be able to access it whenever they want, from wherever they want online, and even sign with their finger. So that's why I love Honeybook for this, and that's why I've been with Honeybook pretty much since they started. Like, as my business started, they started, and we've just been partners ever since. Another quick thing that you could do, and I'll put a quick example of this here on your screen, is you could actually break your contract up almost to look a little bit like stationery. And this could be a really beautiful way for you to send a PDF version of your contract to your clients if you're not using something like Honeybook. Like, let's say you're using something more like DocuSign or HelloSign or some other platform that allows you to send a limited number of free contracts to your potential clients every month. And this could just be a nice way for you, again, to carry that brand continuity through every part of that client's experience, but also to reinforce the fact that you've thought carefully about this process for your clients, so much so that it is beautifully designed and you do want them to have the top-notch experience at every step of the way. You're not even taking that contract signing process for granted. You're in fact making it elevated and beautiful, like you would with wedding stationery or some kind of other stationery that you might use in your business, because in today's day and age, it gets harder and harder to send out physical things through the mail, especially with the problems with the mail service these days and just a lot of other things that could hold that up. So instead of sending something through the mail, this could be a nice touch that you can bring into your business, make your contracts more beautiful, and enjoy that experience with your clients. Just kind of surprise and delight them with that elevated touch. If you are starting from scratch, or you just want to make sure that the contract that you have is a good one, make sure you head over to thecontractshop.com, or rocksolidcontract.com is going to give you our free contract checklist. And if you find that helpful, or you think you might find it helpful, make sure you give this video a quick thumbs up. You're going to get a fun little explosion, especially if you're on the app. I don't know if it does it on desktop. And it's just going to be a little quick hit of dopamine to keep you motivated and going throughout your day, maybe getting some of those client contracts out and booking some clients. That means money in the bank, which is super exciting. So thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you're subscribed, and make sure that if you do want to use Honeybook, you use the link below. Basically, what they gave us as the contract shop and affiliate commission, we're gonna give back to you. All you have to do is let us know that you signed up for your Honeybook and you're good to go, and we're gonna give you that in-store credit. So that's pretty cool. Not many affiliates actually give you their commission back. I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.